The next pillar is quality mastery, and that kind of sounds like, okay, Dave, I get that. But it's really about ensuring that you every time, and all these things are related. There's one in here that you'll find to be kind of interesting. We're not there yet, but the next one is quality, and that's about making sure you're meeting the expectation. And here too, as the business owner, you need to set the bar. You need to say, this is what quality means in my business. And it isn't just about, here's what we provide on this transaction. It's, this is what we provide on every transaction.
Yep.
Right? And then here again, it's training, documentation. Just remember that there is, if you want people to come back to you, and I can say this mathematically, which we went through when we went through our numbers segment a couple episodes ago. Repeat transactions are like gold. Why? Because that customer already knows you.
Yep.
And you don't have to go out and remarket or market at all to have that customer repeat with you. So it's, I think the ratio is, it's 5 times more profitable to service a repeat transaction than it is to go out and get your first one from a brand new client.
Yep.
So
because there's less sales sitting down with them trying to explain who you are, what you do.
yeah, the whole sales cycle is like non-existent, because
Right.
they're just coming back to say, I want to do what you did for me last month, and I want to do it again. And for us here, we're just like, not a problem. We'll pull up Dave's calendar or Monty's calendar or Bonnie's calendar or Tammy's calendar, and we'll get you in. So repeat transactions are fundamentally leveraged by meeting those quality expectations. So disappointments can occur. Boy, we aren't even into this today. There's a whole segment that we'll get to in the next level of our methodology called niche, which is managing customer expectations. And I'm hoping that some of you out there are going, oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. But managing expectations is absolutely critical in order for you to actually exceed expectations. You all heard the phrase about, like, and I don't really think I'm a believer in this, but it's the under promise, over deliver.
Okay. Yep.
Instead of the opposite. And my issue is, I'm going to promise and I'm going to deliver. I'm just not any of this over under stuff.
So getting to Star Trek, the Scotty theory is, when Scotty tells the captain it'll take 3 hours to do something, it'll only actually take 30 minutes. He then says he becomes a miracle worker by having it delivered a lot faster, because the enemy is attacking and they can't wait 3 hours.
Yeah, well, I told the captain I'd have this analysis done in an hour.
How long would it really take?
An hour?
Oh, you didn't tell him how long it would really take, did you?
Well, of course I did.
Oh, laddie, you've got a lot to learn if you want people to think of you as a miracle worker.
Okay.
So if you so basically, would you build in okay, I know it will take me 3 days to deliver this, given my current schedule. Do you tell the client it'll be a week, and then deliver it in 3 days?
I would put some conditions around it, to be honest. I'd say, look, given where I'm currently at with you and understanding your needs, I believe I can deliver this in 3 days.
Okay.
Okay. Here are the things that could make it go faster. Here are the things that might make it go longer. And I think, and I'm trying to imagine all the businesses that we've coached over the last 9 years, and we've coached well over 300 different businesses. And managing client expectations, and it's around our quality mastery step, is really, really critical. And so what I always shoot for is to say, because we know that in a lot of respects, to be able to deliver on something, we as the provider, and I'm pointing at me, but any one of you could be pointing at yourselves right now, as the provider of that service or product, oftentimes we're reliant on the customer and the client to give us something. I can't tell you. I was just coaching somebody early this morning at 8 o'clock, and I coached one of my clients yesterday afternoon. That this whole notion of, well, we can't control that. That's in the hands of the client. I said, well, did you let them know that? Did you manage that expectation? If we want to manage the quality mastery step, then, and we may move this up in our episodes on managing customer expectations, then we've got to get really good at managing the customer expectation and letting them know, look, I'm not trying to put pressure on the customer. I'm not trying to put pressure on the client. I'm just being realistic with everybody involved.
Right. They've got a deadline, and they've given you the product, or starting the process, and the deadline doesn't change, but they're dragging their heels. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, why isn't this done yet? Well, I've been waiting for this. I didn't know we were waiting for that.
Yeah.
And the deadline still doesn't change.
Right. Supply is to make sure that you're meeting your supply obligations time and time and time again. Quality lends to that in the matter of, I know what the expectation is, and I'm going to be honest about meeting that expectation on a when, where, and how basis. And then having both of these require making sure that you're training people, that they know what, I'll say, you as the business owner, what your expectation is of your delivery mastery system, which so far we've only talked about two steps, the supply mastery and the quality mastery.